Hey guys, Amanda Brooks here, coming to you live from Bangor, Maine, at my Inner Greatness Center. I am a physician assistant working in emergency medicine, but really hoping to bridge the gap between modern and alternative medicine. So I'm hoping to provide some really great value to you guys today about statin drugs, because I'm still seeing so many people taking these medications. Now, that's probably because statin drugs are the most widely prescribed drug right now. So if you're over the age of 40, 1 out of 4 people are taking these medications. The statin companies, they gross about $26 billion annually. Now, that is crazy. What statins do is they simply reduce the formation of cholesterol. Now, 1 in 100,000 people suffer from something called familial hypercholesteremia, which means that their bodies innately just produce a lot of cholesterol, and they might be the only ones that truly benefit from this medication. So you guys know I'm into alternative medicine. I'm thinking that if we can educate you on what these drugs do, you might look into doing things a little bit differently. So we think that these statins work, but they really don't. So you think intuitively, right, that if something lowers cholesterol, then in turn it will help to reduce heart disease. But guess what? Studies show that this just is not true. So if we look at absolute risk, these drugs benefit 1% of the population. So if 100 people are taking a statin, 1 person will have 1 less heart attack. Is it worth it? So what do these drugs really do? So they actually deplete our body's ability to produce coenzyme Q10. So what's CoQ10? So CoQ10, what it does is it provides cellular energy. So it's the energy needed by all of our cells. It's a precursor to produce ATP. You guys have heard me talk about this, adenosine triphosphate. So that's a big deal, because what's our most energy demanding organ? It's our heart, okay? So I hope that you can see the relationship here. So if we're decreasing our body's ability to produce the energy needed, there's going to be a problem. So while these drugs promote that they're reducing heart disease, they're actually increasing the risk for heart failure. Oh my gosh. So there was actually supposed to be a black box warning on statins. It was supposed to say, hey, listen, if you're taking this, you need to take a supplemental form of CoQ10. But guess what? The FDA didn't think it was that important. I beg to differ. So if you are over the age of 40, if you're taking a statin drug, please make sure that you are actually supplementing with CoQ10, or probably more importantly, ubiquinol. Hopefully you guys can take a listen to this and decide for yourselves if it's even worth the risk of taking a statin. Another thing that statins do is they decrease our body's ability to synthesize vitamin K2. Okay, so vitamin K2, it's super important because it protects our arteries from calcification. What it does is it removes calcium, it puts them to where they need to be, like in the bones, in the teeth. So it removes calcium from places that it shouldn't be, like in our arteries and in our soft tissues. You know, if we don't have the ability to produce this, what's happening? Like, we are potentiating osteoporosis, heart disease, atherosclerotic, plaque formation. Atherosclerosis is the plaques in the vessels, you guys. And when we get the plaques in the vessels, it causes narrowing, which causes decreased blood flow, which causes a huge problem to a lot of our organs. Our eyes, our heart can produce gangrenous toes, ulcer formation in our legs because it leads to peripheral artery disease. So I'm hoping that you can see that it's a big problem. If we're not producing enough vitamin K2, if we are depleting the body of coenzyme Q10, not a good thing. And so what later happens that we're seeing is people that are taking statins, they have increased risk for certain diseases, cancer, neurodegenerative problems, because our brain is 25% made up of cholesterol. So that's a problem. It's leading to diabetes in certain cases, musculoskeletal disorders. Have you or someone you know taken a statin drug and had pain, like in your calves or other muscles? Cataract formation. So I will leave you with this. Weighing the risks and the benefits, how about this? How about maybe starting to adhere to a plant-based diet? Because we know that coronary artery disease, it's actually preventable and even reversible by adhering to a plant-based diet. I still am so perplexed as to why coronary artery disease is our #1 killer. Drives me crazy. You know, are you taking omega-3s and 7s? Are you managing your stress? Are you getting enough sleep? If you're smoking, oh my gosh, quit smoking. Are you drinking alcohol in moderation? Are you optimizing vitamin D? Are you eating fermented foods? These are all things that I think about. So if you're taking a statin, if a loved one is taking a statin, can you guys please share this? Because it just breaks my heart, literally, that so many of you are still taking these medications and the efficacy of them is so minimal. And the risk is so high. So let's do this. Let's try to become more aware as to what we're putting into our bodies, what our physicians are prescribing to us, because anything that's synthetic has a lot of side effects. And if you don't take those into consideration, something bad might happen. So anyway, I'm hoping that you guys found some benefit from this. If you did, like it, share it, and I appreciate all your support. So have a great day. Bye.